fuck Yorda. All right? She's getting kidnapped left and right. I'm dragging her around. Her legs don't work. She's falling. She's stumbling. I'm dragging this woman. She's the ultimate fucking damsel in distress, okay? These Japanese people, y'all got to get with the times, all right? Women ain't this distressful. They don't need this much saving. There's some powerful women out there, and they nail it sometimes, right? Sometimes you get a Bayonetta, right? There's Japanese people nailing it. So make more Bayonettas and less Yordas, okay?
Hey,
so I don't want to deal with it.
Which is crazy, right? Because they're the same people that did Shadows of the Colossus, right? And Agro is one of the best companions ever in a game. That horse is ride or die. That horse will never leave you. Speaking of relationships and how to foster them and building communities, there are a lot of relationships in gaming. We're talking platonic, we're talking romantic. We just want to talk about some of the best gaming relationships that
and the worst
that pop into our mind. Doe, you start us off.
I love Resident Evil 5. Chris and Sheva. Chris! Sheva! Chris! It was one of my favorite things.
That's an accurate quote, by the way. That happens in the game.
I can't. When Doey laughs, I can't. I just fucking can't. I cannot. You cannot have a bad day and listen to Doey laugh. It's fucking impossible.
I try.
You hear that, Doey? Does that make you feel good?
That. Yeah,
Makes you happy.
I literally, there are literally times. I mean, you guys are family. I think about you a lot, but there are literally times when I'm doing something funny and I'm like, I just want Doey here laughing to make it like more enjoyable.
That strikes at my heart like Chris striking that boulder in Resident Evil 5.
Yeah, he fucking punches the living shit out of a rock. Many times. It's impressive.
Got to get that big foot up on it, though.
That also, you remember that boss?
Yeah,
With the big foot, with the Gatling gun.
All right. So to piggyback off Doey's answer, Resident Evil 5. Okay. A gaming relationship that's fostered in Resident Evil 5 is the relationship with the person you're playing co-op with. Holy shit. It is a love and hate relationship. Some people load up the game and sell all of your weapons when you're not in their house so that they have extra cash to upgrade their weapons so that when you get over to your friend's house again to play online with them, all your shit is gone and you're questioning what happened. That's a piece of a shitty person named Doe who has apparently the greatest laugh on the internet, some would say.
Okay.
Doey sold my shit when I wasn't around, and it hurt my feelings.
Now this is stellar for people who are listening, like via a podcast and not watching, are missing the dynamic of like Doey's face, knowing this is about him and not saying shit, and then like Pucho not being super obvious at first. That was fantastic. Now people listening are gonna have to come watch it just for that because that was such a good thing to see.
Now we got 2 views.
Yeah. We got the audio download and the YouTube views. So thank you.
There's the great story of me just playing the game when he wasn't around. He had this stun rod, and he was I love my stun rod, my stun rod. He's stunning everybody. He's like, wait, let me stun rod them. Bam, and then I'd shoot them after he loved the stun rod. And there was one day I was playing and I was like, man, I don't have enough money for this upgrade, but if I sell the stun rod for 150, which is like the most minuscule amount of money.
You did not. You did. I
sold it. And my brother was in the background watching, and he's like, and he's like, he called Pucho. He's like, bro, I gotta tell you something. He just sold your stun rod. Yo, Pucho never came to my house quicker than he's ever came before.
That's fantastic. My buddy played. He would come over to my house to play he was playing Infamous, and he was like, I'm gonna be an asshole. So we had the save where it's all bad.
Yeah.
I got piss ass drunk one night and thought I was starting a new game and fucking saved over his shit. He was so pissed off. He was like, motherfucker. I was like, it's my fucking PS5 anyway, bro. Or PS3 anyway, bro. But I feel like that's less bad than selling a fucking stun rod. Dude, you were sober.
No, it was completely selfish. It was the death of local co-op games, some would say. Ever since, they're just not in games anymore. They realize we can't enable people like Doe to sell people stuff.
Doey doesn't even try to hide it though. Like Doey has no fucking chill on like he has no poker face at all.
No. I was shamelessly. I was like,
the man's a menace to play damn near any multiplayer online game with.
Yeah, but
I love it.
I want to play with him now.
Yeah, it is frustrating to say the least. Dory will fall asleep in a corner. Maybe he'll just choose. He doesn't wish to play anymore.
But he won't tell you.
In a game like the Division or something, where he enters the game, all the fucking enemies get way stronger, and then he's just gonna fuck off in some corner and not help you. And you're just like, I'm just playing this game on hard mode for no fucking reason. Like, get the fuck out of my game.
Deep Rock Galactic, I'll just be off somewhere not doing the main mission, just digging with my digger.
Pucho, we just figured Doey out. He's the master farmer. He's farming you. He's been farming you.
Oh, shit.
Damn,
I just want
didn't
your
think about that.
time and
He's
attention.
been farming. He's the master farmer.
Damn, he's farming time, attention, progression, experience, money. Holy shit, though, you're a piece of shit. Fuck you.
We're gonna call him Co-op Doey because he's straight farm to console.
Damn.
Yep.
But this is a deviation.
Oh my
Mateo, what gaming relationship do you like? Okay, because we went from a real one to me bullshitting as usual. I have a bullshit problem.
That's a tangent. The one that I've been playing recently, so the one that's on my mind lately, I've been playing God of War. And that father-son relationship in that game is interesting because Kratos he's not a great dad. I don't know that he is going to become a good dad by the end of this game, but he's becoming a little bit less of a shitty dad by the point that I'm in. But their relationship is so interesting. Him and just yelling at him the entire time, boy. And the boy comes running over. That kid has started actually helping me in combat, though. So it's actually making me appreciate the kid more as the player of the game. So I feel like I relate to Kratos in those moments. And it's like, okay, this kid's not completely useless. He's on this dude's back, choking him so I can smash him with my axe.
You're gonna enjoy that game. That's all I'm gonna say.
Sweet. Let's see. Romantic relationships in games. I think the worst one might be Mario and Peach. I think that might be controversial, but she gets kidnapped all the time by Bowser. And at a certain point, you have to ask if maybe she's not just running off with Bowser. They hinted at that her and Bowser have a kid together in one of the games.
Who?
Which one is it Bowser Jr.? I forget. I think it's in Yoshi's Island that one of the kids calls her mom or something like that. I forget which the lore.
Interspecies relationships, right up my alley.
Interspecies erotica. That's a Kevin Smith thing. We love those movies.
I love that.
Oh my god.
Princess Peach and Mario. Bottom tier relationship. Okay, they suck.
Daisy and Luigi is pretty wholesome though.
Dude, since the greatest movie ever made, the Super Mario Brothers movie. What was it, 1990?
96, 98, something like that.
No, I think it was 90.
Was it 90?
I think it was 90. I'm going to go with 90. I fucking love Luigi. And I fucking love Daisy. And I fucking love, to circle back to a previous topic, John Leguizamo, Latinx, he's from Colombia, character playing an Italian plumber in New York City. It's just hitting so many things. Like I love the Italians, I love Italian food. The Colombians, I got Colombian family, got the Mario, obviously, all types of shit. And I was like,
the guy who acted as Mario was a good actor.
Bob Hoskins.
That's all I'll say. Bob, good actor.
Damn good actor. Yeah.
John Leguizamo was the shit in Tu Wong Fu.
Yeah.
Holy shit. He was so good in that movie.
Well,
Absolutely.
Wesley Snipes and someone else.
Patrick Swayze.
Patrick Swayze.
Yes.
Jesus.
But
Now I
John
can see it.
Leguizamo
Yo.
just like a
Rest in
whole
peace,
tier
Patrick Swayze.
above those other two. I mean, he was perfection in that role. So good.
I liked him in that movie. What is it, Empire? Something like that.
That's
Yeah, it was a terrible movie.
Wait. No.
I love
No.
it.
We've done too many sidetracks. We gotta get back on topic. let's get some more relationship discussions going here.
All right.
What do you got, Crystal? What do you got, Booch?
All right, because you went father and son. I'm going to go father and daughter in Joel and Ellie.
That's a
okay?
good one.
I loved The Last of Us. Both games are amazing. The first game, I thought it was incredible. I love the fact that typically when you have a companion in a game, they're usually a hindrance. Is that even a word? They hinder me. Whatever the fuck. They fucking piss me off. I gotta fucking save someone. They're gonna get me caught and Ellie's sneaking around. Sometimes Clicker's running up on me. She smashes him with a bottle, and it's just like occasionally she's so helpful that it's like, oh, you're the best companion ever. So both as my relationship as the person playing and the NPC and as Joel and Ellie, I feel like they just nailed the relationship dynamic there. I thought it was really fucking cool.
It's so good. It really is so good.
And then worst. Okay. One of my favorite games, Ico. Fuck Yorda. All right? She's getting kidnapped left and right. I'm dragging her around. Her legs don't work. She's falling. She's stumbling. I'm dragging this woman. She's the ultimate fucking damsel in distress, okay? These Japanese people, y'all got to get with the times, all right? Women ain't this distressful. They don't need this much saving. There's some powerful women out there. And they nail it sometimes, right? Sometimes you get a Bayonetta, right? There's Japanese people nailing it. So make more Bayonettas and less Yordas, okay?
Hey,
So I don't want to deal with it.
Which is crazy, right? Because they're the same people that did Shadows of the Colossus, right? And Agro is one of the best companions ever in a game. That horse is ride or die. That horse will never leave you. Well,
I love Silent Hill 3. No, Silent Hill 2. You're playing by yourself. Game is amazing. Now, all of a sudden, you got this girl following you everywhere. It's the worst. Escort missions, worst missions in any video game ever. Just argue with me, all right?
I'd say the worst escort mission ever is the fucking Perfect Dark mission where you gotta walk the fucking alien and it's got the biggest fucking head and you gotta shoot like every fucking enemy that's like in a circle around the fucking alien head, and if even one fucking bullet gets anywhere near this massive fucking, like, I mean, Batman wishes his wang was the size of this alien's head, right? If it was this big, all right, that's a tangent. This fucking alien head, okay, gets in the way, and if you hit it one time, you lose. Restart the mission. That mission made me, I mean, borderline cry as like a 9-year-old. That mission brought me down a lot, I will say.
That's
so fuck
hilarious.
escort missions.
Bucho.
I hate escort missions with a passion. Fucking hate it.
Booch, I got a question for you. Tifa or Aerith?
How fucking dare you? Okay, so my beautiful wife, whom I love with all my heart. Cover your ears, okay? Tifa got them big ass titties. All right. we on team titty out here. All right.
She got the
team titty.
She's got
Tifa,
them
all right?
NFTs.
She's got them. I don't even know what that
Nice
stands for.
fucking titties.
Nice fucking titties. That's right. You did drop that joke, Crystal. That was a good one. That was a really good one. I thought that was funny. That was good.
Oh my God.
It was a good tag team there.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. No. All jokes aside, I was on Team Tifa day 0. All right. As soon as I played, I was like, all right, this is her. This is my one. All these people that are fucking think by the way, Ares. I can't even say the name anymore. It's Aerith now.
Yeah.
But that was her name back in the day. Yeah, I don't know how you could pick Aerith. I don't know how. I pity you. So there's other shit in there that ain't right, and I think very deeply about you every single day. All you Aerith people out there, I just hope that life works out for you because it ain't right.
I think
If y'all pick Aerith, Pucho coming with the big ass foot.
I think for me, it's Aerith, because Cloud is just so full of bullshit with any other character he interacts with except for Aerith. Aerith is the only one where he kind of drops his guard a little bit.
I get mad per se when what's the girl's name with the J? Justy something. She obviously likes Cloud. I need that type of
I was gonna say
energy on me.
In the remake, I am Team Jessie.
Yes,
I like that Jesse energy. It's just a little too horny to ignore. Okay, it's just
it.
like I want to be a bad person with Jesse. Okay, it's just a little too strong. She's coming on a little hot, a little too strong for me.
If I'm Cloud, I'm not leaving Midgard. I'm good. I'm set.
Facts.
Just yeah.
So what are we picking? Our favorite game relationship and then our least favorite?
Yes.
They're just gaming relationships.
I want to pick something different than okay, I got it. Because this is a spectrum of relationship, right? This is like horny, wild sex and good friendship. Cassandra and Alcabiatis from Assassin's Creed Odyssey. They have an orgy with 2 goats, firstly. They have an orgy with the she says, there's another goat. Greatest fucking line in a game right there. Multiple goats in an orgy. They bring up Inalisbos. Historically, like, that's the first ever dildo on record. I love them for that. But then, like, they maintain this genuine friendship. So I love Alcabiatis, and I love those two together. I think they're great. I think that's fantastic. I have to pick a bad one?
No, you don't have to.
No, you
I'm
just
trying to think of, like, I'm sure there are. Okay,
you made me remember. Go ahead.
I don't want to say it's bad. I can't pick a bad one, but I am going to say, I'm not saying that I don't love Dina. I'm not saying that Ellie and Dina are bad. That's not what I'm saying. Dina's just a little bossy for me. I just if Dina could just tone it down a little bit. Like, I knew what to do the second time I played the game, but Dina was like, don't open the fucking door until I tell you to open up the fucking door, Ellie. Little bossy for me. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not saying I dislike them. Just tone down the bossy, okay? Tone down the bossy. That's all I'm going to say on that one.
I also like Dina, but I feel like she should have stood her pregnant ass in Jackson, okay? You're compromising this mission. We're on a fucking mission. We got goals. Don't fucking fuck this up for me.
You're compromising the baby, and I love Dina. I love her and Ellie. I love them together. I'm fine with that, but, like, yeah, that was questionable for me. That was plot armor. Questionable for me, but, like, stop being so bossy. Ellie's a boss bitch. Quit bossing. Quit bossing me. Quit bossing me.
Mateo, have you played The Last of Us 2?
No, you're only good. I've stated my opinion on spoilers. I think I actually kind of enjoy spoilers because they let me almost jump to that second playthrough, that second watch through experience where I already know what to kind of look for signs of.
You analyze things on a deeper level.
Dude, that combat is fucking fire.
Yeah.
I feel like, to speak to the plot armor point, while I certainly felt like there was plot armor, they intentionally killed pregnant people to make you feel like maybe pregnancy is not something that's on the table for safety.
Yeah.
Like everything's on the table for death. And so I thought that was cool,
awesome.
Because I was on edge a few times, you know.
I totally respect Neil for taking that incredible risk of being that dark and that just fucking horrifically violent and, like, depressing.
Even the girl that's playing her PS Vita, it's like, I could have been that person. I love my PS Vita. I love Hotline Miami. I would have died.
You would have done.
I would have been dead.
Doey, obviously you haven't caught up on the One Up podcast because we've given our official stance on the PS Vita on this podcast before. Just throw it straight in the trash. It's outdated. You don't need it anymore. Just toss it away. Get rid of it.
That is the unofficial. That is the unofficial stance. I love the Vita. You're not going to get that from
Crystal's
me.
face said she likes it. Me and Doey clearly like it. We're launching you into outer space. You're gone, Mateo.
We're going to yeet your ass like Abby fucking muscles. Just fucking yeet you. Boom!
I've got my Steam Deck arriving, soonish. No, we don't need the Vita anymore. The Vita's over. It's good.
What we don't need is proprietary fucking storage. That was the worst thing about the Vita.
Yeah.
We need just regular storage.
Can I ask you guys a question really quick, if you don't mind? Because we're talking about relationships in video games, right? And all of us happen to mention, I think because it felt more organic, two created characters. But if you're playing like an RPG and you create your own character and you're inserting yourself in the story, I'm just surprised none of us picked that. Do you think that feels different when you're like assessing what a relationship feels like in a game because you're the person that's potentially controlling the outcome of that?
Persona 5 Royale all the way. I was banging everybody. I just wanted the most relationships, and then the ones that I enjoyed the most, the one with my teacher.
Taka.
Make me coffee every night. Thank you. Come over here and make me some.
Did you get your ass beat for Valentine's Day?
Curry. I did two separate people. I think I did Futaba the first time, and then I did Kasumi the second time.
This game sounds completely insane. I don't know anything about the Persona series. And every time Doe talks about it, I'm like, what is this game?
It's a JRPG. They're kind of inherently a little different and weird and mechanic heavy and pervy a little bit.
But it's got like combat. It's got like this harem dating sim aspect.
Yeah.
It's got the slice of life high school.
Well, you're a horny teenage boy, and lots of individuals are ripe for the picking because they will throw themselves at you if you play your cards right in the game. That's
play them cards right.
I know that this is I wish you could have dated all male and female.
Ryuji. Yeah, it did kind of make sense for Ryuji. I would totally get down with some Ryuji.
The bromance?
Well, see, now Pucho knows my answer. If I'm thinking RPG, I'm in control of the character. Who's the best relationship in an RPG? Pucho knows who I'm picking.
Yeah, she's going cyberpunk with this one.
It's true.
Is it Keanu?
It's true.
No.
Well, to be fair, there are, in my opinion, there are 4 NPCs, 4 or 5, depending on to me personally, 4 NPCs in that game felt extremely satisfying to either have a really good friendship with them or have a romance with them. It was a very deep, multi-dimensional game. I felt like they did a good job with that. But you would know, even on like a friend level, those were good. Those were good. Relationships.
I was going to say, to answer your question, while it does feel different for me because I'm not huge on the whole like, oh, here's an RPG game that I need to make my own choices. I never really feel like the character that I'm playing. I love the relationship between Shepard and Garrus. I recently just played through Mass Effect. When I say recently, maybe it was 2020. The pandemic's a fucking blur. But I played through all 3 Mass Effect games, and I fucking love Garrus. Garrus is the fucking homie. Through every fucking game, he's got my back. It's got witty fucking banter. It makes you feel bad for putting him in precarious situations, but he's always there. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's how friendships are.
I've heard that's the real gut punch in the Mass Effect series, is that you form these bonds and relationships with these people, and they can die. They can be removed from your game completely during these missions. It adds that extra layer to it.
I think if Garrus dies in Mass Effect 1, it'll ruin the whole fucking game because like he's my favorite character in the whole series.
Or maybe it enhances it. It gives your Shepard now has that layer of sadness to him because he's missing his partner.
The Outer Worlds does that. You can get all of your NPCs. You can get them killed in combat forever. I
was so excited to get my engineer laid in that game. That mission, where she's got the crush on the other engineer. So
on June.
Yeah.
June Lau.
Love that.
I love that game. Great game. I think it's so cool because it's like so many games are one-dimensional, right? Like you love but even like Fallout, Assassin's Creed, so many games, it's like you have that little romance and then it's like you lose the authenticity. So I like the Outer Worlds in that sense that you can like go buck wild. You could kill every faction in that game if you want to and still beat the game. It's hard as hell, but you can do it. I just think that's cool.
I've never played Undertale. I would imagine that Undertale has some relationships up here that are really deep and gut wrenching. Just from given what I've heard about that game.
Maybe I haven't played it either.
In the beginning of the game, all right, I'm gonna spoil it a little bit, but there's a boss fight that you encounter. You have to fight a parent figure, and if you haven't really, your first time through the game sets it up in such a way where you'll end up killing this character. There's a way to get out of this fight without killing the character, but you're gonna kill them because at the end of the day, as an RPG, when you start seeing your health go down, you're gonna fight back and you're gonna kill. And the game even does an interesting thing. You do the attack button, you do minuscule damage. You do the attack, then you attack again, it's still minuscule. So you're just like, all right, maybe I attack a couple times and the fight ends. And then once you attack a couple more times, it does massive damage and they fucking die. And the whole game you play through and they're like, wow, you killed that character. You're such a massive piece of shit. Like they rub that in the whole fucking game. So it's like, whenever you go back to replay that part, like all you're trying to do is figure out how to get through that without killing them. And yes, for me that was the one character in the whole game that really made me feel that way. But Undertale's a good game.
Rachel, what about your boy Spider-Man in the Spider-Man game? Him and MJ didn't quite click for me in that game. Their relationship didn't seem quite on the level, right?
Yeah, I totally agree.
It felt a little flat.
It felt like they didn't really include her enough.
It felt like him and Black Cat or whatever the cat. They had more chemistry together.
So much
the
more.
The Black Cat.
Can we just talk about her for a minute?
It's my waifu. Okay.
Does anybody else think she looks like Minka Kelly?
Who's
I have no idea who that is.
Look, Google her. To me, they look like their figures look, their faces look similar. Their figures look similar. I feel like I don't know. I kept looking at her and I'm like, she looks like Minka Kelly to me.
Oh, I could see that.
Dove. Yeah, like their figures from all angles and directions look similar as well. that would, I mean, if I were Peter, I would pick the cat.
Me too. I like cats though.
Their chemistry was so much better. It's like, did they intend to do that, or was it like the actor? I don't know. It just yes.
In the same game though, I will tell you, Peter's friendship with the police chief, Yuri, something like that, something with the Y, I want to say.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool. I thought it was very
it's
sweet.
Asian woman, right?
Yeah, I thought it was very sweet. I thought it was a very genuine friendship. I enjoyed that aspect in there.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. No, I'm 100% with you. I felt like the MJ relationship with Peter Parker was too tame.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like Elena is great. I'm not taking away from Elena and Nathan Drake, but Elena and Chloe. I'm sorry. But I felt like MJ and Elena are like safe, wholesome. Okay. And then you have like the cat. Why can't I remember her whole character name? The kitty cat and Chloe. Chloe Fraser.
Chloe's dangerous though. Didn't she shoot him once?
Yeah. No, that's what makes it hot. Okay.
Mateo.
That's not married to a Puerto Rican
Is she gonna
woman,
kill
okay?
me? Is she gonna fuck me? Who
If
knows?
there's not a danger of stabbing, is it worth it?
Okay, but in all fairness, we would all probably let Chloe shoot us too.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
It's like I'd let a Puerto Rican woman almost stab me. It's like you gotta go for it.
You gotta get to the edge.
I'm gonna admit something to you fellas. Back in the day, Crystal used to be a little bit of a player once upon a time. And I thought that there was this Puerto Rican gal, and I was honest about it, but I went through a period of time where I didn't just see one woman, and I wasn't hiding it or anything. I just wasn't. And she knew. I thought she was going to kill me. There is like a whole different dynamic with a Spanish. I probably shouldn't say this on air, but like
No.
I thought there is a real legitimate, there is a credible threat to your life, whether you are honest or not. You do not, like, don't do it.
Don't.
Just
don't
do it.
I'm happily married. I love my wife. I love you.
Okay. Any final thoughts before we get ourselves out of here? Y'all have any other relationships come to mind? I think Dead Space is the other one that comes to mind. I forget the protagonist's name, but he does that entire thing just to get a chance at seeing his ex, right? Like, they're not even currently dating still. He goes and fights the entirety of that spaceship just to get a chance to see her again.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's some dedication.
Here's one of my favorite relationships. I can't believe I didn't think of that. Abby and Lev. I love Lev's character. God. Like, I just love when Abby, that game, obviously, right, up and down. When Abby looked at Lev and Yara and she said, "You're my people," that hit me. Like, oh my God, that is epic. That's like top tier relationship right there for me.
Yeah, Lev is also my favorite character.
I love Lev. Like, I couldn't. In the ending there with Lev, I was Whew.
Baby Mario and Yoshi's Island 2.
Oh.
Fuck that baby. Fuck that baby.
Whoa.
I just wanted it to fly off, all right? Every time I got hit, now I gotta go pick up this baby now. Worst part of that game.
I do have a least favorite. Preston, Gary, I'm tired of another settlement needing my fucking help.
Yeah. That's an abuse of friendship is what that is.
And I love Preston, but I'm so fucking tired of how needy you are. And how goddamn ethical you are. So fucking what? I wanted to fuck some shit up. I rest my case.
Strangely, we didn't go very romantic. Like, there's a lot of romantic relationships, right? Like,
like Cloud and Merle.
An orgy with multiple. An orgy with multiple goats counts as romantic. I'm sorry.
You definitely. I think you're the only one. We all went platonic with ours. But yeah, the goats. That was a nice touch. I remember there's another goat.
Oh my God, I laughed so hard.
I don't know what it was about that game too. I also played through the game as Cassandra. It just felt right. Like, and yeah, so there's a lot of funny moments like that. But yeah, like some obvious ones are like Titus and Yuna. Like, how do you not say Titus and Yuna when you're talking relationships?
I think that some of the non-romantic ones are a little bit more interesting though, with the nuance that they're able to do in some of the games. Like, it's interesting to see Kratos become a better father. It's less interesting to just romance a character in Skyrim or something, right? Like, it's just choosing the right dialogue options and doing the quest line and boom, done. But with Kratos, the entire point of the game is that development of that father-son relationship.
Yeah.
That is true. Because then, like, it usually falls flat. Like, after you romance a person, it's like, okay, it's done. This person, like, you're done. It's gone.
Mm-hmm. So I think that's probably the reason why we jumped on those specifically. Well, Cystal, I would like to thank you for being on the One Up podcast. It has been a long time coming. Well, we'd love to have you on again soon, whenever we can.
Oh, I would love it. Thank you for having me on. I had so much fun. And my boys, I love you.
And vice versa too. If you can
are we your people?
Yeah, of course. Oh. You are my people.
Yeah. Shout out to Crystal's whole base of friends. I'm so happy to meet all these people that work with Crystal in whatever way, whether it be a guest or whether it be an online presence. Like, you guys are awesome. You have cultivated a very supportive community. And nothing shined that more to me when we got attacked and for doing our own thing. And you guys came out and supported us.
Fuck that guy.
And I really appreciate that a lot, Crystal, for your support and the base, your family coming out to show support.
We're a family.
Yeah.
We're a family.
And Doey asked me, hey, how'd you even find these people on Twitter? I was thinking about it. Shout out to Boki Goat, okay? Funny guy. I don't know how. We ended up following each other on Twitter. And then I just started seeing posts by Guernico, seeing posts by the Justin, Joey, Cystal, and I just sort of started following all these people and just kind of ended up in this circle on Twitter. And it's been good.
It started with you and I because I just put an APB out like, does anybody want to talk about, like, are there any developers that want to talk about details in gaming? And you're
Right,
like, hey,
right.
I do. And that's how we connected. And then I didn't know you had a show, but that's how we kind of that's how the magic started, fellas.
Yeah, no, we appreciate your community. We love being a part of it. I love watching the interactions. I think it's a very wholesome community that you're building. That's very much like we're all just gamers, and that's what bonds us. Maybe we have some different opinions on things, but we love games, and let's just bond over that.
I'm not sure I get to take credit for building it. I mean, we're all doing it together. I mean, it's ours, and it's a big family effort.
Well, it's an honor to be part of it, and we loved having you on the show. Anytime you want to bring any of us on, just reach out. We're always available for you.
We're gonna have to follow it up. If y'all haven't watched, these guys have been on the show, and we're gonna have to do it again real soon.
Absolutely.
Hey,
Cannot
some good
wait.
shit.
Hey, we appreciate every single one of you that's listening. Thank you for making it this far. Check out Cystal. You're sleeping on her stuff. If you're sleeping on her stuff, you're fucking up. Go check her out. Subscribe. Give her those views. Maybe follow us too. Maybe subscribe to us too. We would appreciate that. That'd be cool. Thank you, Cystal, for being on the show. And
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And to our listeners, as we say every single time, go one up yourself.
Peace.
Peace.
Bye, everybody.